Hi there, this is Catherine. Thanks you for listening to my SEO Tips micro podcast. So, before we get into today's SEO tip, I just wanted to share with you the ways you can support the podcast if you're enjoying all the tips and finding them useful. So, you can send me a donation at buymeacoffee.com/Catherine W. Ong, O-N-G, and that's Catherine with a K. Any and all levels of donation are appreciated. It will help me offset the cost of producing the podcast. So, that's buymeacoffee.com/Katherinewong. I'd also encourage you to subscribe to our email list to make sure you're not missing any future episodes or any other news about the SEO Tips podcast. And to do that, you'd go to wostrategies.com/newsletter. Okay, on with today's tip.
I think Google has white labeled a set of health sites, making it harder for health related websites to rank. Hello, thanks for listening to SEO Tips today. So I saw this behavior while working on a variety of clients in February in 2020, and now I've discovered a Google patent that adds credence to what I've been telling my clients, which is this. It might actually be almost impossible to rank for certain health queries now because it seems like Google has white labeled a set of sites that it uses for search results for health related queries, and it's only pulling from those certain sets of sites. Particularly the client I was looking at was in the pharma industry. So the patent that I discovered, thank you, Bill Swalski, is called Google Using Website Representation Vectors to Classify with Expertise and Authority. So in it, Bill explains how this recent Google patent, where Google could use something called website representation vectors to classify certain features found on websites. So here are my crib notes. So Google can use neural networks to understand certain patterns on websites so they can classify those sites as an authority within domains like health and finance, and they can determine the degree of expertise based on the topic. And Google can use terms from a searcher's query to understand which expertise a group of websites they need to draw from. And how a website is classified could be determined by many factors, including text or image from the website, links, and more. Now, note, this patent was filed in August of 2018, which is actually around the same time as the Medic update. And the patent also notes that Google can determine the level of expertise based on other things like content, links, maybe links to the page. So to add support to the idea that Google may be using this in search, you should check out an example, which I've got on my website, of how Google displays the expertise, authority, trustworthiness, the EAT, of your authors at times by displaying a knowledge panel off to the side. So that's my current theory, that it's harder to rank or almost impossible for various health queries. So make sure you check the search result pages per query if you're working in the health space before you assume that you're going to be able to rank for something. So that's my tip for today. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for another SEO tip.